What is up, Bucs Nation? It is January 22nd, 2024, and you're watching the Loose Cannons podcast. I'm your boy, Sammer, and that man who might have, I don't know, I think he's trying to poop, is Poopy Poppy Latte. And beneath him on the screen is the one who usually poops his pants, Stank Bastard. Boys.
Have you ever had one of those days, bro, where you just can't wipe your ass good enough?
No, I have a day. That never happens, ever. It's always clean down there, buddy.
That's kind of what my day has been like, man. It's just, I don't know, bro. It's just not enough. This is never enough.
Yeah. Listen, the season is over. The Cinderella story, the overachievers known as the Bucs, have finally closed the book on 2023. They lose in Detroit in the divisional round of the playoffs. And listen, let's talk about this game before we kind of talk a little bit about beyond this game. I didn't get to watch with you guys. I had some stuff going on, so I couldn't make the trip. Missed out on some amazing chili and probably the best cornbread I have ever tasted in the entire world. So I'm interested.
The chili wasn't rare.
Was that an apology?
And
was that an apology?
That is an apology.
Pelagic Pewter is in the chat, and he gave me a full essay paragraph breakdown. I'm not kidding. I'll send to you guys later, Stank,
about
on what his thoughts were on both chilies and what strengths. And he had 4 bowls, 2 of each, to make sure that he could adequately vote and choose a chili. And it was incredible. You missed out, bro. Rare air shit.
When you were talking to me about it before the show, I was really thinking if I could make the drive up there tomorrow afternoon, pick up a Ziploc bag and just bring it back. But I don't know if I can pull it off, but maybe. Meet me halfway. Can you UPS drive that shit to me?
I can next air it. That's for sure.
Okay, yeah. On some dry ice or some shit, yeah. Anyway, whatever. All right, so the Bucs go to Detroit.
Before you say, I'm sorry. Jonas Stegler said, Poppy, was that really $200 worth of groceries? I know you only saw 3 bags, but it's 2024. Yes, it's $200 worth of groceries. You go to Publix and you buy a fucking bottle of water and ice and some juice, and you spend fucking $75, bro. It's easily
Jonas, why are you adding up his groceries, bro?
Yeah,
it's a little creepy.
Weird. Yeah, he's doing that.
And now that I see your PFP and it says Tampa Bay, are you the dude?
No, stop.
Are you and the Tampa Bay guy the same? Creepy motherfucker.
Reel it back in, Stank. We haven't even gotten to do the pod yet. We're already off the.
Why is Zach mad? Zach, you're in West Virginia, bro. What are you jumping on a plane to come to my house? Like, what the fuck?
They don't even have that option, by the way. You gotta reserve a plane months in advance to leave.
The 3 of us know that. I still will never forget riding in a plane where I can see the fucking pilots. What the fuck's going on here?
That's the first time I've been in a plane that left from an RV. It was the weirdest. I don't think I've ever. And then the mobile home next to it was like the employee kitchen lounge, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, the Bucs go to Detroit. The Bucs lose. Listen, you know what's crazy is watching that game. I was proud, right? I was proud. I'm pretty sure you guys are proud of how the Bucs, went through the adversity of the game, the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows, and kept answering. Is like, oh man, they got an answer for every single Detroit, moment. And then kind of everything that we had problems with during the season kind of started to pop its head up in the third quarter, in the fourth quarter. Even in the first quarter, Jamel Dean doesn't catch what is probably a pick six. And all this stuff kind of all comes to a head, ends up with the Bucs losing by 8 points. And you know what? Regardless, I'm sure the 2 of you guys will agree with me. Pretty proud of this team right now, man. I'm pretty fucking proud.
Let me just address how there are lots of Lions fans in the chat. Danny Bennett. But yeah, you guys, I don't know what you're expecting. You're expecting us to bow down? What are you expecting us to do? You were right. We were wrong.
It's a 50-50 proposition.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's going to happen. You're not going to win them all.
It's a 50-50 prop, and I saw somebody post it yesterday, and I said it on the show on Thursday. We talked our shit, and it's all fun and games, honestly. But we're in year 1 of this slight rebuild. You guys are in year 3. And the fact... What I was going to say that's on Twitter. Actually, fact that your fucking assholes were so tight in that fourth quarter with 1:20 left. Y'all were like, this is not going to happen. This is not going to happen. Is this going to happen? Is this really going to happen? I know y'all were busting out fucking diamonds on your ass when Mike Evans scored that.
There were some tight anuses. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, listen. There were some 10 seconds left in the third at the end of the third quarter. The game was tied. The refs gave every call to you guys. Everything went your way, and the Bucs hung around, didn't we? Till the fourth quarter, when Todd Bowles decided to play soft zone, and somehow you guys just rolled down the field and went up 14 on us, and that was pretty much all she wrote after that. But
I think Jamel Dean had such a huge impact on the beginning of this game, and then he had such a huge impact on the end of the game.
It went right on, like, fuck it.
Yeah, immediately. Yeah, and I think
you got to take away those deep shots that they didn't throw all game. They just took that underneath.
But I think Todd was scared
over and over and over and over and over again.
Super chats. Thank you. Want to hit the buzzer?
Sure. Hey, thanks for the super chats, fellas.
Yeah, those are the super chats said that the chili was worth flying in for. Just saying, Zach. My bad. I bite you.
Your story. And a second one.
I can attest to that. And then Pelagic Computer, again with a $5 super chat, just putting his dick all on the table, says, can the Lions fans act like they've been there before? Oh, wait.
No, I can't.
They've literally never been there before.
I'm happy for you guys, though. I'm happy for you guys. I hope you kick the shit out of the 49ers. Fuck the 49ers.
Hey, that Lions fan.
You will never see me rooting for the fucking 49ers. Fuck that team.
Snake, I saw the Lions fan that tweeted that went fucking viral that was like, everybody's picking us as underdogs and sleeping on us or whatever. That guy that was acting like he was the victim or whatever. And it was like, nobody literally in Bucs land is sleeping on you guys. Nobody. But he came out and said...
The reporter.
Yeah. He came out and said something along the lines of... why Lions fans like getting along with Bucs fans? He's like, oh, because we're similar. We've both been down and out, and been fighting for a lot of years, and we finally get to somewhere. I'm like, whoa. We're not the same, sir. We have hardware. What are you talking about?
We were once upon a time. We were the same. We were, but we are.
I honestly don't believe. I don't believe in the act like you've been there before. Just ass out, guys. You're probably never going to come back to this point. Talk all that.
CJG. So just go CJGJ basically.
Let's go CJGJ.
God, dude, I mean, holy crap.
Unfortunately, you're probably not going to win because you have that guy on your team, and just karma just ends up destroying him at every turn, every chance it gets. I apologize in advance. Plus, nobody's beaten either of those AFC teams. So good luck. Even if you make it to the dance, you're going to get pounded.
Yeah.
I'm not here to talk about the Lions.
Sam, this is the last one. This is the last one.
Hey, this game, the season's over. We can talk about. We just talked about ass wiping.
To hear Latte break down the X's and O's. Latte, go.
Oh, no, I was going to read one more Lions thing, and I was going to have you address it, Sammer. It says, Detroit Supremacy says, I was told that Winfield was the best safety in the league, but Gibbs had him on skates. Care to tell me what happened?
I mean, a safety's never missed a tackle? I mean,
come on, Brady never the GOAT's never, fucking
Gibbs
shit.
Gibbs is talented. Gibbs is talented. He's fast. He did that was a great run. I mean,
phenomenal.
And Antoine took a bad angle. Also, Antoine, I think, may not have even taken really that bad of an angle. Gibbs is just fast, and he's different, and he's special. Like, you want me to pat you on the ass and let you know that you have a special running back? Here you go. There you go. Feel better? You want me to put a little baby powder on there for you? I mean, what? I thought you guys knew you had good players. Like, it doesn't make sense. What you want us to acknowledge? We said they're a good team before the game. We had some fun talking trash, and the Bucs lost. We're here to talk about why I think the Bucs lost and how I thought they could have pulled off an upset, and they got pretty close. I mean, Mike Evans, supposed to be his last game, possibly. Latte, that's your favorite player of all time, I believe. Obviously, the best offensive player the Bucs have ever had in their entire history. Showed up when it mattered, especially in that 2-minute right before the half. Showed up in the third quarter, and he had a freaking awesome day. Could have been a bigger day, actually. But at the end of it all, man, I thought he was dominant, and him and Baker have something that's really cooking there. And we'll kind of address so what they kind of both said after the game, but curious what you guys thought about that shit on the offensive side, man. That was a frustrating game to watch.
It was. We just seemed like we couldn't consistently. I mean, we had our drives there, but we just couldn't consistently fucking get together.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Snake. I'm just gonna mute myself. I just saw the fucking dumbest comment I've ever seen in my life. Mike Evans might come to Detroit to ring chase.
I don't think you guys know who Mike Evans is at that point.
No, the best comment in the chat was from this
Latte. He derailed Stank's entire thought. He has no idea what he was going.
That's okay.
Now.
Listen, I actually wasn't listening.
I'm sorry.
You asked me a question, and I tried to roll with it because I wasn't listening at all. We had a guy earlier that says, "Oh my God, y'all terrible. This podcast is ass." Talk with the King TV. So I just, I copied his username and put it in YouTube, bro. What are you talking about, dude? This is the biggest joke I've ever seen in my life, son. Don't come in here throwing rocks at the throne. Talk with the King TV. But anyways,
I'm sorry.
I
Is there
digress.
another fan podcast that looks even remotely?
No,
close
not
to
even
this?
close, bro.
I mean, what are we talking
Some
about?
3-year-old, some 3-year-old produced and did this shit.
He's in our chat room.
He's in our chat room,
He's in
right?
our chat room.
If you want, bro, I'll buy you a copy of Photoshop if you want to learn how to use that, or you want After Effects or Premiere Pro.
Dude's got one video with 11 views on it.
Hey,
bro,
it.
you're killing it.
Hey.
You're killing it, bro.
His family and
keep
friends at the cookout made sure they clicked on that feed for him, right? Anyway.
Oh no, but Sammer, you asked a question about the offense and
yeah.
the inconsistencies and stuff. And listen, you only get a certain amount of possessions, man. And 3 of them were derailed by Baker, or one was Rashad kind of buckled a little bit his ankle and he missed the block. And the other 2 were probably on Baker not sliding the protection the right way or not picking up the hot read. Because you don't just whiff and just guys, you don't let Hutchinson just come free. Communication was an issue, man. Detroit said it. Easy said it. Shouts out to you guys. I mean, I don't know what else you want to say about them, but it was really fucking loud in there, and they miscommunicated, and shit happens. And that's the advantage that you get with having home field advantage that you guys earned. Good for you guys. But in reference to that, yeah, it derailed that, because who knows, those 3 possessions, one more field goal or one more touchdown or anything could have happened, right? Detroit was the better team, dude. Flat out, Detroit was the better team. I said it on Thursday. I thought we would win, but that's what I'm a fan. I'm a fanatic. I'm going to pick my team to win, and I saw a path to that. And I said it earlier. You guys your asses were puckered up. You can say whatever you want in that fourth quarter. We were right there with 1 minute and 30 seconds left. When we're a team that's in the first year of rebuild, you guys are your 3rd year in. The difference is you guys are the better team, more polished. If Jamel Dean makes that interception, who knows what happens? That's 3 points off the board. That's momentum. That's shit that gets in Goff's head. That affects any quarterback. If what the fuck, McLaughlin doesn't miss the kick, that's a 6-point swing. Congratulations to you guys.
Actually, listen,
but you guys it's all right.
If Jamel catches that, he probably scores. So it's actually a 4-point swing or a 10-point swing if you think about it. So it's not like, for the Bucs to have beaten that team, they had to have played perfectly, right? They had to play perfectly. And then, I'll give credit to the Lions defense. One, I don't think they really showed those blitzes off the edges like that the week prior or even the week before that, kind of towards the end of the season. And then when they did run them, not only did they execute them right, but man, they disguised them so damn well. Like Baker, I know some people are saying, oh, Baker's got to make that, that protection call. But man, I watched a replay on some. I'm like, you can't even tell that safety's even coming in. Branch, when he blitzes, he times it perfectly from like 8-9 yards away. Like at that point, he's already snapping the ball and it's on him. And then the other one, I think Luke Gedeke doesn't
we
slide
see that all the
properly.
time
They miss. And then
that's a Todd Bowles-esque move right there. Bringing
but they
corners,
disguised
safety.
it. But they disguised it
what
really,
I'm saying
really well.
What I'm saying is credit where credit's due. We do that all the time. We live off those same blitzes, which is even more surprising that we weren't prepared for that, or at least in those particular situations. Good timing, good disguise, whatever it was, it worked.
Well, that's
that being said, we were still in this game, into the fourth quarter, and lost steam, whatever. Y'all came out gunning. We came out to try to be conservative. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, we took the L. They won. And I'm not going to cry over it. It was a good fucking game until it wasn't.
We got
my thing though with those blitzes, and we'll get to the super chat from Pelagic because it is pretty funny. But my thing with those blitzes is, I think Dave Canales, being a first-year play caller, didn't already have something kind of set up to address that, something to adjust off of that. And when he finally did call a screen when they blitzed, it felt like they blitzed more than one guy. We ended up scoring, and so I'm like, man, if we could have had something for those other, we didn't have Hots set in, whether it's Baker, whether it's the offensive coordinator, whether it's the offensive line, whether it's communication, I think it's all of those things at one time. He didn't really answer the bell when it came to those free rushers, and those free rushers ended up derailing, like you said, Latte, 3 possessions when a game that you lose by 8 points and you miss a field goal. So
what's the average possession you get in a game? 10, 12? I mean, that's
if you're lucky, you're getting 12.
That's a lot. It's a big deal.
That's 33%, man. If you get 3 of them derailed and you're getting 12, that's a big deal. Or sorry, that's quarter. 25%.
Yeah, we got a couple more super chats. Byron Moore, what's up?
I'll let Sammer take this one because he's dove into the 45 situation way more than us and is connected. But can someone explain to me where shit went wrong with Devin White? ? Also, why did we leave the middle of the field wide open?
I think the 4 or the 5 pass rushers that Todd Bowles had set up didn't get pressure. And so he had to send extras, and when you send extras, you're going to leave gaps open. And I think it also goes to KJ Britt not being good in coverage yet. He's still a little bit raw. He's not ideal in that situation. He tackles really well. He goes downhill in terms of the run game and all that. But in coverage, you kind of see him get exposed. Laporta didn't really do all that much. I thought Levante played a pretty good job.
9 catches, and Levante wasn't on him.
No, in the first half, Laporta was eating.
He was?
He had 9 catches total, 60 yards. It wasn't like he went off for 100 or something. But he moved the chains. He did his job, man. He moved the chains.
But yeah, the middle field was open. I don't know. I don't know why Todd Bowles left it open.
I don't know why the fuck Todd.
I'll tell you why. He's got an obsession with not getting beat deep. And so we end up playing these shell and zone coverages and just giving that underneath shit away.
Yeah, but Stank.
Hold on. And that works.
Let him finish.
That works if you're getting pressure consistently. We weren't. And really, the only pressure we were getting was up the middle. Cansey had a great game. Vita was pushing the pocket, but we never really got to the quarterback. But we got no pressure from the outside. None. Zero.
Yeah, but Stank,
zero.
It didn't matter until the fourth quarter, it seemed like. It didn't matter.
It mattered because we were struggling to stay in that game.
It was 10-10, dude. What are you talking about?
It matters. Of course, it fucking matters. How are you not going to say it doesn't matter?
I'm saying
you're okay,
no.
You're okay
I'm saying
being 10-10.
No,
we held in as long as we could. Is my point.
I'm saying they weren't beating us deep until Jamel Dean came out of the game, and all of a sudden the coverage just changed, and I felt like Todd had to adjust to make. He was afraid of what was going to happen to Zion, in my opinion. Because before that, I thought the 2 corners played really well. Carlton had a hell of a game until that play. Yeah, they didn't throw at Carlton for a reason. Eventually he got beat in the fourth quarter on a big 3rd and 15, 3rd and 18, I think it was. And then Jamel Dean coming out, and Zion they went right at Zion. And I think that's when the game kind of really turned. And the Bucs offense couldn't answer. They just couldn't keep answering.
But as far as the middle, though, the broadcaster said it. As soon as they snapped the ball, bro, the middle linebackers were bailing deep. Exactly what Snakes. Yeah. They were bailing, and they were like, nothing over the top. And KJ Britt is KJ Britt, right? There's something to be said about 54, even at this age, playing at this elite level, is because he can diagnose and see things and shoot it right away. And sometimes that's better than athleticism, right? Because you could be the best athlete in the world, i.e. Devin White, but if you're in the wrong situation or in the wrong position, you're not going to make the fucking play, or you're going to get exposed. KJ Britt is smart. He gets it between the ears, but he's not the athlete Devin is. No. So when you
you can't put this on that shit on KJ.
I'm not putting it on.
We're not.
Just saying he's not the athlete. He's gonna get picked on a little bit in the middle. Is what I'm saying. He can't cover like Levante or potentially Devin White could if he wanted to.
Yeah. But you know the other thing that was frustrating for me is when we went tempo, we scored a touchdown every single time, right? But when we went tempo, we attacked the Lions' defense and secondary in a completely different way that we were the rest of the game. Even Chris Collinsworth, who I absolutely cannot stand, was asking, why? Why are they not attacking the secondary? And then when we go into tempo, we'd go attack directly at the corners. I'm not saying attack the safeties and try to get everybody all jump. I'm talking about going directly at the corners, one-on-ones. If we're bracketing Evans, you go to Godwin. They bracket Godwin or they move to Godwin, then if they approached it like that throughout the entire game, that's where Dave Canales' youth kind of started to show up, or his inexperience. I think the Bucs score a lot more consistently as opposed to what it felt like they were just – I kind of wanted to see them go to hurry up more often. Like, wouldn't it have been nice to finally pull out some tempo every now and then and kind of steal a possession?
Well, they didn't attack the middle of the field very often. I think even towards the end of the game, they were saying like, "Where's the ball?" It's to Trey Palmer.
Yeah,
and you can see even on some of the cut ups today you saw on Twitter, he's running wide open on quite a few of those plays. So don't know. I still feel like that pressure that comes up the middle takes that part of Baker's game away because he just is consistently throwing the ball to the outside, and. Probably for good reason because you see the last play where he he was forced to try to squeeze one in there and didn't diagnose the play very well, and the linebacker came underneath, picked it off, and it's game over. Pewter plays, by the way, with another super chat.
Great.
Pewter says, "You want to read it?"
I'll read it, but that play by 55, fucking phenomenal play. You got to tip the hat. That was an
easy play.
That
was an easy play.
Put up and grab that motherfucker, dude.
That was a hard throw, man.
That was a good catch, dude. But Pelagic Computer with a $10 super chat says, Detroit is the New Orleans of the North. Poverty franchise, except the Saints actually have a Lombardi. That takes a lot for us Bucs fans to give the Saints a little credit there.
Oh my gosh,
They
yeah.
actually have a Lombardi. And actually, the Lions are the only team in the NFC to have never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
About the
But
Falcons?
talk your shit, because I would
Talk
be.
your shit. I would talk.
Talk your shit.
What about the Falcons? They haven't won one either. They're in the NFC. He actually had another. He actually had another super chat. It says, "This is amazing. We have a Saints and Lions fans in here. Combined, those poverty franchises have less Super Bowl wins than we do. Even if you use Jono's Louisiana math." Clown emoji.
Fuck, Bellagio.
Jono, by the way, who says we are not a rivalry and they don't think about us, is in our chat right now in a game that has nothing to do with his team, just chatting it up,
Jono's
running
in
his
for it?
mouth. Yeah, he's in here. Yeah, he's jerking himself off and talking. But I was going to say, Stank, to
Jono's
your
in
point
here?
about that last play. Here's
Did
what kind of bothers me.
Jono? Did you block Jono?
No, I unblocked him.
I heard you blocked him, bro.
I blocked him and then unblocked him. It took me about 5. I was not in a good spot.
John,
Anyway,
John,
listen,
are you in here?
Listen,
Confirm.
let me get my point out.
Let
Fuck.
me point out. He's like,
That
fuck.
last play, like you have one timeout, you need to work the sidelines, right? They didn't have a single route going to the sidelines. They didn't have a single route that gave Baker kind of an easy out. I don't want to say an easy out, like an out route. That would have been nice too. But I'm not saying that he should have, it's not his fault. That was a terrible throw, terrible decision, all of those things. But man, I feel like there's times when it happened all season too, where you got to call certain types of routes in certain moments, and we don't do that. And I think, man, we were so close, man. Dave Canales showed genius, and then he showed inexperience throughout the game, up and down, up and down, up and down. Baker showed consistency, and it showed inconsistency. Our running game somehow was working, and then we didn't really.
That looked good.
Yeah, it was. So, like, at the end of it all, we went up there, go to Detroit. This is a team we shouldn't be even hanging. Remember, guys, they said we weren't supposed to be in the playoffs. They laughed at us accidentally being in the playoffs because of a technicality on a rule that we won our division, right? Not only do we beat the Eagles, we go to Detroit and we hang with a team that's, arguably the second best in the NFC. And they got all the calls.
That didn't have a single penalty until like midway through the second quarter?
Bro.
No,
one
third quarter.
One penalty.
Yeah.
I mean, like all that stacked against the Bucs.
They're the darlings right now, bro. The NFL,
But they hung with them.
scripted. The NFL they want to. It's a great story, guys. Keep it. Hey, I hope it lasts for you guys, because this might be it right here. Listen, this probably was your Super Bowl, Detroit fans. Talk all that shit. Let us know how you feel. We did it. We finally did it, bro. We have fucking power in our city, and our water, is clean this week. It's a good week for you guys.
No,
Enjoy it while you can.
Bottles. They're still drinking
Oh,
bottles.
they're still drinking bottled water. Okay,
Yeah.
Enjoy it while you can, bro. Enjoy it while you have internet.
He wants.
You know what I mean? Like I'm happy for you guys. I'm proud of you guys.
He wants to know when we get to the mock draft part of this podcast. Don't you have like pregame to do against the Niners? I don't.
No, dude, no. Give Detroit fans some credit. They know a lot about mock drafts. I mean, they might know more than the Bucs fans do.
They do.
I mean, they know a lot about Michael Johnson's. Yeah, they know a lot about those guys. They know a lot about drafting receivers in the first round that don't ever actually do anything. We don't know anything about that. I think our first round receivers show up, other than Michael Clayton. He had a good year, though. One good year. Not bad.
One good year.
But hey, anyway, listen. I don't know if you guys have any final thoughts on this game before we put it to bed and kind of talk a little bit more about the big picture with this team this season. Latte, Sank doesn't give a shit about this game at all. Latte, listen, this is a fun ride, man. This is a fun ride.
I this year was fun, frustrating, fun again. I brought this hit on all. Like when you eat a good dish, Stank, and it hits on all. It hits
This is
all.
a sample. This is a sampler platter.
You got savory. You got salt. You got you got sweet. You got a little bit. You got zing. You got a little bit of heat. This season was all of that. I experienced euphoria. Then I was down in the dumps and I was doing mock drafts, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on? I haven't done a mock draft in 4 years. I'm looking at quarterbacks. What the fuck's going on?" Then all of a sudden, fuck quarterbacks. We're gonna win this division. Then the Green Bay game. It was awesome. It was a roller coaster ride. We won a playoff game. We beat the shit out of the Eagles, and it was fuck the Eagles before the Saints. So that's always amazing. And like I said, I am satisfied in the fact that you guys can talk all the shit you want. You're in here. Congrats. I said it. I said it on my rant earlier. Stank said it. Talk your fucking shit. You
talk your shit, bro.
Good for you.
I get why you guys are tuning in, bro. I really
30
do.
is
Listen,
30 years.
the city's fucking
doing us a solid.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly,
the city right now is joyous, and you're tuning into a Bucs podcast. I can't blame you, bro. It's the best podcast on the internet. That's why our good friend and Saints fan extraordinaire Jono's in here right now. There's nothing better to do than to hang out with the fucking Cannons. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Hey, can you confirm this, Sammer? Greg DeCruz just said Mike Greenberg just got a promotion to assistant GM.
He's always been assistant GM. That's always been his title already this year.
What is Greg DeCruz talking about? He say he just got it. What?
Bro, news travels slow.
They called him the assistant. They called him the assistant GM like 5-6 weeks ago when they were talking about him. Yeah, no.
Costa Rica has the dial-up, so the internet got the.
And I'm telling you guys, Mike Greenberg likes to do math. He doesn't want to be a GM. That title is to make sure no one plucks him away for anything other than a GM.
Bro, have you ever seen how they get their mail in Costa Rica? Like a toucan flies down, down to the side of the beach. And a little wooden boat comes up, and toucan picks up a package and flies it to another little tree stand where like a little spider monkey grabs that and climbs across the rope. It takes a while for news to get to him in his junk.
He drops it in this this whole deal made out of like a hollowed out tree, the water, exactly. And the box kind of just goes down the little running water. Yeah, it's a whole deal. Anyway, listen. At the end of the day, boys, we were supposed to be 3-win team competing for
Jono. These are such bad takes, Jono.
Named Caleb Williams, right? Yeah, dude. John, I'm not even gonna listen to John. And this guy, why is he even in here? Doesn't make any sense.
Vacation in Tampa said everyone who couldn't go to Miami, Orlando. You were so off base, bro. Dude. Like, go look at the numbers.
Like, I will pay for you to come to Tampa just so you can experience how shitty your world is in New Orleans. Like, that is literally a dump.
Let's take him to Miami, and after about 48 hours, be like, fuck this.
God.
Yeah.
And then go to Orlando and deal with that shit.
Miami's not
the only people who think Miami is dope are the people who don't live in Florida. The only people who don't think Orlando is dope are the people who don't live in Florida. Like it's everyone knows this. You live in Florida.
Like a hidden gem, and then fucking Tom came here and fucked it all up, bro.
Cannot stand Orlando. You bring me to Miami, I'm done after 6 hours. I'm like, all right, get me the fuck out of here right now. I don't want anything to do. Listen, no offense. It drives me nuts that nobody speaks English down there. It kills me.
Wow.
I didn't pay attention, okay? So I didn't pay attention in school. So I don't speak Spanish, okay? I don't speak Spanish.
He just hit me with the super bad fucking Joe to hell. No offense, but it fucking sucks.
No offense.
It's not, like, I don't speak Spanish, all right?
Nobody said no offense.
But me no.
You ever been on a cruise down there? Yeah, you ever been on a cruise down there and they're on the ports? I thought I was in another fucking country. I thought I was in a third world country trying to find my way back. Like, where is the Cruzo? Where is el Cruzo?
Look up Dade County, bro. Look up Dade County on Wikipedia. The language spoken is Spanish, not English. Like, you go to Miami, I swear to God, as a Latino, you go to Miami, and on the windows it says English speaking is a plus. Like,
yes, dude.
The opposite, bro.
Hey, I got lost where that port is, okay? And I was hungry, and I go up to some person that has a hot dog stand. I'm thinking, okay, hot dog, food. This guy's got to speak English. No, not one fucking word, dude. I don't even know what I ate. I had some. I paid I think I had to be paying pesos. Who knows? It was ridiculous, man.
So to tie it all together, Jono, you can barely speak the English language.
I know. Oh my God!
What the fuck you gonna do in Miami, bro? Stop,
dude. Yeah, Tampa is a gem, dude. Like, you guys ever been to Savannah in Georgia?
Oh my!
And then you compare it to Atlanta. Atlanta's fun, but Savannah, it's a pretty damn cool town, right? It's like a little hidden. Everyone kind of knows about it. It's kind of like that, but Atlanta at least has a bunch of cool shit to do. Miami is like 2 hours, all right, I'm done with this place. You can only see so many thongs on South Beach before you're like, okay, I've seen a lot of ass. Like,
pay $50 for a fucking drink or anything. Anyways, this team super over-exceeded expectations, guys, because we got to get back on track here a little bit.
Yes, we do.
Everybody was picking us to get Caleb Williams, be in the sweepstakes for Drake May. For a second, I said on my little rant about 5 minutes ago, fell into that. I was getting super chubbed up, super like blood flow going, looking at these young quarterbacks. I'm like, wow, we're going to be in the top 5. Well, no, we're not.
No, we're not.
We're picking 26th. This team absolutely exceeded expectations. You got a $4 million quarterback who had to battle out fucking Trask. Wasn't the guy. Who was basically an outcast. The Panthers threw him away. The Rams brought him in.
Wait, I thought he got $150 million.
No, that's gonna happen. But you had a quarterback you paid $4 million. You had,
that wasn't our quarterback.
10 rookies or second-year players on both sides of the ball combined starting this year. $80 million over the cap. Like, this was not supposed to be it. We talked about this team being competitive. You guys in the chat knew this team would be competitive because of the roster we had. Some did because of the roster we had. And we knew that they would over-exceed expectations. But I thought 8, 9, win the division, be competitive in a playoff game, but thump the fucking Eagles like that. And Stank jumped in, and that's fine because he had to fucking dunk on Detroit fans. It's so easy. I was going to finish my statement earlier by saying, once again, I'm perfectly fine with Detroit fans literally being sick to their stomachs. I know. You guys had to check your fucking underwear. Check it. You nasty motherfuckers, wash your ass because you might have shit your pants with a minute 10 or.
I don't think they have bidets up there. You ever been to Detroit?
No bidets.
Yeah, nobody's getting a bidet up in Detroit.
I have running water.
Yeah, could you imagine washing your ass with Flint water? Like, Flint's water wouldn't even be good enough to run through my bidet, okay? That says a lot. Because that water is literally going up my ass. I mean, however PSI it is, and yeah, it goes straight up in there. But anyway, back to the point you were making, Latte. This team, not only did they exceed expectations. Hold on.
Shut your fucking mouth, Sammer. Shut your fucking mouth. Speaking of being up in the ass, Crown.
You are impossible tonight.
Crown gifting, because you won't shut the fuck up. Crown gifting 10 loose cannon membership. Nobody wants to hear you talking about bidets and shit. People are donating.
To the point,
they're throwing money.
Garbage.
They're throwing
you
money
white
at our
piece
feet.
Of trash.
They're throwing. First, you go off on the Hispanics. Now you go off on the what?
I didn't go on Hispanics. I'm going off on the fact that I don't speak Spanish.
He speak English, motherfucker. This is America. You said that a little earlier, bitch.
Yeah, I did. A membership. That's the best shit ever. Crown. He gave.
Jono is now a fucking member. Like and subscribe. Listen, Pewter Pelagic said, "Stop picking on Jono. He's got math skills as someone who's born in NOLA and was raised drinking Flint water." That's true. And then Westside Sports says, if y'all ever come through Savannah, let me know. Got to link up with those loose cannons. They got some fat asses in Savannah. I have to attest.
Westside Sports also says with a super chat says, this is a rebuild? Question mark? Rebuild? Buccaneers said, nah, we're reloading for next year. They went above and beyond this season. They did. They absolutely did. I'm proud of the effort. I looked at Stank when we were about to go down, or when we did go down 14, and I said, uh-oh. And when we scored, we made eye contact. Deep, long, extended eye contact. And he was like, there's no quitting this fucking team. I said, no, there's fucking not. And then everything went after that. Everything literally went down.
Listen, we went for two. We went for two for some reason. I guess like they explained it like, statistically, you should go for two here because what the fuck was that, bro? I still don't get it. I don't care what you tell me. It didn't make any sense. It took momentum away. It felt fucking weird. We didn't need it at that point.
You have a 55%.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Don't make it the first time. You're probably going to hear it the second time.
I don't want to hear it. You didn't need it at that point. Stop chasing points when you don't need them.
Two things I need to read really quick. Sammer. Bradley Struss says, I live in northern Michigan, which is better than anything Tampa or Detroit has to offer. Sir, it snows there. No. Sorry.
What?
Done. No.
Said nobody ever, bro. Half your population comes down here. When they scrape up all their pennies, right? And whatever y'all do to make money in that state that's just dead, right? Nobody wants to be in that state. Your factories are empty, right? You got white dudes battle rapping in the streets. Everybody gets the fuck out of there as soon as they can. Unless you like camo and fucking Lyme disease, bitch, you don't want to be in that state.
Your ass runs your down. Camel?
Camels and camo, or wearing camo on a camo. Wait, wearing camo on a camo. You get what I'm saying. Don't even try that, bro, because I know your grandma lives down here. She probably lives in Sarasota right next to Sammer.
Not
next to me.
I can't find who put it, but Sammer, you and I are big MCDC guys.
Love the guy.
Nothing but respect and love. Somebody said in there, I think it might have been a Detroit fan, and shout out to MCDC. This makes me feel even better about him. I'm sure Sammer as well, that he gave us our love and our flowers in his locker room speech. He said those guys came to battle. I don't know exactly what he said, but he gave the Bucs their flowers. Respect.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Solid guy.
Hey, that guy could be the head coach of my team any day, man. That guy is awesome. He's awesome, man. I think that guy's awesome, man. Listen, he's seriously one of my favorite coaches. I missed him on HBO.
Hey, that speech that was on Hard Knocks where he's like, "You guys just got to trust. I got a plan, man. We're in pads, and I know you guys are mad at me, but you guys just trust me. I think about you guys every day." I was like, "Man, I want to run through a wall for this motherfucker right now. He's not even a Bucs coach."
Fuck that guy. But I will say this. I am going to miss Detroit fans in our chat. Jimmy Jack says, loose cannon. First he calls this Loose Cannons podcast. Original. Really? Awesome, brother. Yeah. Said featuring Deadmau5. I guess that's you, Latte. DJ Khaled and a thumb. I guess I'm the thumb.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense,
Oh,
actually.
Holy shit, KS with his fucking giant dick on the table.
read
One
that.
quarter
That's
away from playing for the NFC title. What a year. I'm happy for the team, but it hurts knowing we could and should have beat the Lions and then let the chips fall where they may in San Fran. That's exactly the point we're making, man. Their ability to answer not only the criticism from outside the building, but to back up all the stuff they were telling us in training camp. Remember that, Latte? In the offseason, Carlton Davis, Antoine, Chris Godwin, Mike, the list goes on and on of what they were saying. Whatever you guys are saying outside this building does not matter. We believe that we are good. And they backed it up. They showed up. They competed with a team they shouldn't be competing with in the first year of a rebuild. It was like, I'm so proud of this team. The only thing I'm sad about is that some of these pieces will be gone and it won't be the exact same group, but it will be pretty close. It'll be pretty close. But, before we do that,
Somebody said here, agree. Lions fans on being arrogant. 30+ years of buildup. That's a lot of build.
I was looking at that. It is, dude.
You gotta release.
You remember how you felt?
Run.
You don't want to
after you finally caught that nut, bro. You remember how you felt, bro? You wouldn't get in anybody's face.
Oh my god!
And just tell them how good you were, how good it was. Right? You got to get out there and crow. I feel you, Lions fans.
Yeah,
this
but here's the
is
thing.
healthy.
You guys got to be careful. Right now, you're edging too close.
Edging.
They're
That's
like,
true.
you don't want to act. Oh shit! Damn it! And then you ruined it for yourself.
You gotta know how to pace yourself for the big load. You know what I mean? You can't just.
You gotta save that splooge.
Wad.
You gotta save it for Shanahan. All right, that's what you want.
We've been here.
Y'all can't be a one pump chump.
We know how to, we know how to pause. We know.
Yeah.
We know the tricks. You know what I mean? How to keep
Clench those ass cheeks tight, like you did in the fourth quarter. Of the
Brandon
game.
says I got a lot more jerking left in me. Thank you, Brandon, for that delightful imagery.
I gotta say,
I do appreciate.
I gotta say, Stank. We missed our brother Sammer yesterday.
Maybe you did.
What'd you say about me? What?
He had interesting circumstances. Not interesting. He had circumstances he couldn't make it, and that's okay. We weren't together as a family. But Pelagic Computer was there. Leprechaun was there. And I was just reminded of something, Stank. Playoff cookies. That shit is real.
Yeah.
Pelagic had playoff cookie, Sammer, and every time he had a cookie, we did something well. And every time he didn't have a cookie, we would fuck shit up. To the point where Stank literally walked by and dunked cookies into his chili. He's like, this is how you eat this shit, motherfucker. I don't care.
What kind of cookies? What kind of cookies? So chocolate chip cookies? Macadamia? What are you talking about here?
No, they were straight up the Publix chocolate chip Play-Doh cookies.
Hey, listen, can we talk a little bit before we go on to the next point? Can we talk about those chocolate chip cookies from Publix?
We can talk about it.
They're pretty damn good.
They're pretty good.
The ones that come in that plastic, especially when you get them straight up fresh. Oh, dude. Those are phenomenal chocolate chip cookies. Very underrated. Like, we should do a Publix food draft. That's what we should do in the offseason. Publix food draft.
You know what? You're not really going to be a part of any of our food drafts.
Yeah. You piece of shit. Anyway.
We are going to do a draft, though. Before the Super Bowl, we should do a draft on the best Super Bowl party foods.
Oh, we got to get ready, boys. We got a few weeks left. We got to get prepped.
Yeah, bro. We ain't got no games to prepare for, so look out for that draft content.
So listen,
it's coming.
I'm the one that has this amount of followers.
Theater near you.
For some fucking retarded reason, I only have 4,000 followers. Go follow me on Twitter.
You don't piss off enough people, Latte.
Submit your food thoughts for Super Bowl parties, and we'll start building a bracket, and we'll do this fucking draft.
I'll make you a graphic. I'll have you tweet it out, Latte, and we'll get people to submit their nominees for the, what should we do, like 64? Should we start at 64 or 32? We'll do 32.
32?
We'll do 32.
Well, if there's three of us, we need to go to 64.
All right, 64.
We didn't talk about it. Sammer and I talked about it. We should do this like a fantasy football draft where you got a quarterback, you got two receivers, you got a flex.
Yeah.
You start building a team.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that.
Let's
change that shit up.
Yeah. So you can go. Your flex could be another protein, or your flex could be another side, or your flex could be I don't know, a dessert. There's tons of ways to go by, right? We got a whole thing going on.
Joseph Austin?
Football acumen is a joke.
It's a joke. If you tune into this podcast for football acumen, it's like you stumbled onto the wrong part of the internet. Where you're like, whoa, what the fuck's going on here? You're not here for football acumen, sir, so you can leave.
We're having fun. Speaking of fun, Todd Bowles and Dave Canales, so far, are going to be back for another year, boys, it looks like. Unless Dave Canales somehow takes the head coaching position of the Carolina Panthers, which I don't think he will. I think he's just going through the interview process to get it all under his belt so he understands what to do in 3 years when another team comes calling that it actually deserves a head coach, not a guy like whatever the fuck his name is who's running that team. But anyway, Todd Bowles, Dave Canales, back for another year.
Yeah.
Listen, we've been pretty critical of both.
We don't know that yet.
For right now.
Dime Piece Dave just had an interview today. Did he not?
Might be gone.
We'll see. I say for right now, they are both coming back. So we've been critical of both of them. We're being really critical of Dave Canales. And I'm like, I'm still 50-50 on him. But I did see a little bit of, I did like what I saw in the playoffs. Will it be?
I voted on your poll here where you were like, what are you most excited about or whatever it was. And I thought it was Canales' growth, man. It was cool to see. It was incredibly fucking frustrating.
Oh, my God.
Like, want to fucking rip my number one. I don't really have long hair out at times, but incredibly fun to see at times. And it's like, fuck, if you could just see the light go on and just do that, Dave. And he did it. He did it in the first half of this game. We threw the ball to set up the run. It was awesome. The run was cooking. Rashad was doing his thing. And this is the third time I'm saying it. The Lions were just the better team. It's all good.
You know what I liked the most about it is that for 2 straight weeks he showed me that he can game plan. It's in. Is the pick in? I was gonna say for 2 straight weeks he was able to show me that he could game plan for a specific team in a moment that it was like a massive moment in the playoff, a must-win type of scenario, and he came pretty prepared. Honestly, the team executed decent. And he seemed to have a good understanding of what he was going to do to beat this team. A little bit less than what I would want him to do against the Lions, but I think that's good growth, man. And that shows me that he can be more. So I'm curious what it looks like in the second year, what it looks like with an actual left guard and an actual center, and Mock playing his second year. So I'm, if he's back, I'm cool with it. I'm actually cool with it. And Todd Bowles just kind of like punching everybody in the face. Everyone talks so much shit about that guy, and now he's like, ha ha. He might. He's starting to learn, man. He's starting to become a good head coach, in my opinion. He's starting to kind of understand some things.
Nobody was tougher on Dime Piece Dave than me during the season, but he did show some growth, man. Which is, to me, he's earned the chance to come back, have a full season. After having a full season under his belt, with some input on how he wants this team built. We just had to put guys into places. He had to work with the pieces he had. Baker had to come here and work with the pieces he had. Given an offseason to figure it out and kind of build, I guess, more of that physical style offense. It's going to take some time. We said it before. This was a house money thing. Y'all can dance on our grades all you want. We didn't belong in that game, and we still made a game of it. So good luck in San Francisco. I really do hope you beat them, by the way, because fuck the 49ers, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think the feel-good story ends for y'all, unfortunately, in San Fran. I don't think you're built to beat a team like that. It's going to be ugly for you. So, have fun today, man. It's a good week for you guys. Talk all your shit, because you're going to be talking about the draft. You can call into our draft show as soon as next week is over with and give us your input.
Can you imagine that secondary against Shanahan's offense?
I think Detroit wins.
That secondary,
no way, bro.
Against Shanahan's offense, dude.
The way Brock Purdy played last week.
Yeah, but that was a wet ball. No Debo Samuel.
Doesn't matter, bro.
Rusty. No, I know, but Detroit's second. We'll see, man. We'll see. I just don't think their secondary can hold up against that offense.
Yeah, I don't think Detroit's defense can stop the 49ers.
I think their offense can hang, but the Detroit defense, I don't think can hang. Man, they can prove us wrong.
And you got to remember, Matt LaFleur has the answers to those quizzes. They know each other very, very well. Detroit, it's not going to be the same type of situation for them.
Actually, Matt LaFleur, I think that was the first time that Shanahan beat Matt LaFleur, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think he had beat him in head-to-head matchups in their careers. Yeah, no, they don't face each other a lot, but I don't think he
lost with Aaron Rodgers in the 2 times in the playoffs against San Francisco.
With Shanahan?
Yeah.
Then maybe it's the other way around. Then maybe Shanahan owns them, but I know one of them owns.
Remember Aaron Rodgers went to San Francisco, lost. And then they came to Green Bay, lost. I'm pretty sure it's the other way around, but yeah. Either way, I don't give a shit who wins this weekend, honestly, with the Niners and the Lions. If the Lions win, great. If not, I just don't think, personally, their secondary can hang. Sorry. All right, boys. Last thing we got to talk about. The Bucs have 18 unrestricted free agents. List is kind of long, but not really if you actually read the list. Not a big deal. Obviously.
Can you read the list off? Read it off.
All of them?
All of them. All 18.
I'm going to go from least important to most important.
Yeah, we'll just go through them one by one, rapid fire.
You have them ranked that way?
Right? Yes. No, he's going to read them off. We're going to say stays or goes.
I do have them that way, by the way. Yes. So we'll start at the bottom. Skewel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's going to be here, bro.
Yeah.
You can't go into the 2024 season
Skule.
without Skule, bro.
Kidding me?
All right. If anything was missing from the game yesterday, it was more Skule.
Hey, listen. The engine that is the Bucs needs Skule to run. All right, that's just how
We
it
put
is.
B-Shut to sleep, bro.
Fell
He just said
asleep on the show. Jesus, bro.
he did, bro.
That's
It's been
messed
that
up,
kind of show. Honestly,
Yeah,
B-Shut,
that's messed up.
this has been
best.
probably
Not
the
our
worst show we record all season.
It is.
It's probably, listen, not even close, bro.
'Cause you
This
guys
has
won't
been
focus.
a shit show of all shit shows, but that's okay. We needed to get the poison out of our system.
It's out.
This has been ugly, okay? We've
Dave
just
Moore.
been battered and beaten around by a bunch of fucking
All right, Stank,
Lions
focus so we
fans.
can get out of here. Yeah, David Moore, he's going to be re-signed. Okay,
No,
it's going to be
Dave
it's gonna
Moore
be-
in the
He's the only player in the league that does the broadcast and plays on the field.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
mean, yeah.
He's
What are we
back.
talking about? This guy's special.
Next player. Go.
Gill, I believe the linebacker slash pass rusher. I think he's
Yeah, I like him.
re-signed.
Yeah, he stays.
These guys are cheap. These guys aren't even going to be like blips on the radar. All right. Ryan Neal.
Hey, by the way, he's the only Cam in the NFC South with a Super Bowl ring.
Yep, there you go. Cam Gill.
Yep.
Guaranteed to be on this roster. A guy named Ryan Neal. You guys ever heard of him?
No.
I believe he's gone.
I don't know who that guy. I don't know who Ryan Neal is,
Yep.
and I don't
I
ever
believe,
want to know.
I believe
who
he's
Ryan
gone.
Neal is.
How about O'Connor, who seemed to have played 50% of the snaps yesterday?
No,
drove
I'm
me
good.
freaking nuts.
He can go. Goodbye.
I think he gets re-signed just as a depth
Nope.
rotational piece, and he's a special teamer. He's a special teamer. I think he
All right.
stays. It's not going to cost
Upgrade.
us what, 250 grand? Not a big deal.
We need to upgrade him.
Filer gone.
Gone.
Definitely gone.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's
I
gone.
can neither confirm or deny that Neil did not take the plane back with the team to Tampa. He just stayed in Detroit.
I still think he's trying to find that tight end that
He
is
is
a blocking
trying to
tight
find-
end.
he is-
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck's going on? Where's he?
Dude, it took that guy
effort was
six.
that? What kind of effort was that,
Took
bro?
that guy 6 shuffle steps, like an old man at the Y. Took him 6 shuffle steps to change direction, and Ryan Neal's still like, wow, didn't even touch him.
Bro,
Huh?
that was the most unathletic play I've seen an NFL player try to make.
From both of them. From both of them. Which
Yep.
is wild. Because one of them should
Okay.
be able to make the tackle.
Filer.
Wait, how did Jono Barnes?
Oh,
put
Jono's
mute
a
stink?
member. He just said mute steak.
What the fuck?
He's a member. He can use that. Yep.
He can use that.
Hey, Jono, check out the one that says fuck the Saints.
Fuck the Saints. Look at that one.
Yeah, hey, yeah, can you hit that one for us?
Check that
real
one
quick?
for us, bro. All right, next guy. Chase Edmonds. I think he's back. Good little veteran. Good
Yeah,
little
Chase
scat
is
bag.
back.
I think he's a good
Chase
little
is
piece.
back.
As long as they get the church shoes off the equipment.
No more church shoes.
Yeah, no more church shoes. Greg Gaines. I'm 50-50 on him. I do not like him. I do not
Fucking
like
want
him when he
that guy
plays, but I
way
can
the
see
fuck
them
outta
bringing
here.
him back for depth. And again, it won't cost us much because he didn't put up very, very good tape. I could be wrong, but I felt like he was out of the play almost every time, right?
I want him out of here.
I know you do not like him.
Can't stand that fucking guy.
Wolford, the quarterback that you met and didn't know you had met
Right.
an actual quarterback in person.
So bad. So bad.
Bro, even if he stays here, I won't know it. So
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter.
He'll be back.
Hey, guys, real talk. Sam, we're going to touch this. Stank called us. Wolford recognized Stank. And Stank was
Yeah, he's like, hey, aren't you? I'm like,
What's going on?
am I supposed to know who you are,
Who
bro?
the fuck you are?
You want, Stank's like, you want to take a picture of me? What?
So embarrassing, bro. What the fuck?
It was really
Yeah,
embarrassing.
that's a big deal.
Realize who he was.
I don't get embarrassed easy, bro. I was embarrassed that an NFL quarterback recognized me and I didn't recognize
By the
him.
way, Joey Galloway's brother is in the chat. Willie Galloway, hey, salute. Dude,
Willie.
Hey, who was
All
the
right.
tight end that came to the golf tournament? We fucking hung out. It was Justin Watson. We had no idea who it was. We're like,
idea.
hey,
Dude,
here's a chicken.
Watson came, hung out, 8 wings, and left, and I thought he was just one of the regular
Well, I
guys out
thought
there.
he worked. I thought he worked at the golf course.
Oh man, dude, that was pretty bad too. That was pretty bad. Yeah. All right, Triner. I believe he's the long snapper, right?
Yep.
Triner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
special
here.
teams
He
guy.
stays.
Those guys
He
played for
stays.
10 years.
Yeah, he played amazing. So I don't know how they could do anything that they did without him.
The
'Cause I
fact
don't even
that
know
we
who's
never hear his name means he's amazing.
amazing. All right, next guy on the list, Golson. Will Golson. I don't know if he's retiring or
Nah,
not.
he's done.
I think he's done, honestly. And I think he came back and kind of helped bring Logan Hall along, get Logan Hall kind of up to speed because that's technically his replacement.
Yeah.
So I see
Yeah.
Will Golson not coming back.
Sad to say, but I think it's over for Will. Love
Been a
him.
good run.
Probably gets to retire and
Won a Super Bowl. He won a Super Bowl, bro. What the
Won a
fuck?
Super
did,
Bowl.
bro.
He had nothing left to prove. He was
hell of a guy too off the
Yeah,
field, man. He
cool
always
as
hangs
hell.
with us at the golf tournament.
Next guy, Aaron Stinney. I think he's back. He's a good
Yeah.
depth piece. He
Yeah.
plays really well as a rotational guy. He can swing. I like him. I don't think he's a starter next year, but you bring him back as a depth piece because he's more than earned that, and it's not going to cost you too much. Obviously, he's not a starter.
Yeah,
in the league.
you got to keep a swinger around, man. You never know when you're going to need somebody to fill in when you can't
swing left, swing. Yeah.
can't get it done.
Left,
Yeah.
That doesn't matter, man. Swinging.
So,
Yep.
so he's the pineapple of the offensive line. I like that.
Even though he played bad for a while this season,
Now-
he had a terrible stretch.
Which
This
says a lot
one's
about
all-
Filer. Which says a lot about Filer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he lost his job to him. But listen, this next guy, I don't really know who it is because I only wrote these down by last name. McLaughlin. Not sure.
I know McLaughlin. McLaughlin is McLaughlin.
I put a question mark and wrote who. I'm not sure who this guy is. So
You guys tell us
I don't know.
who that is? I have no idea.
I need to do more research.
Yeah,
I have
might
no
have to
idea.
research that one. So move on. Devin White.
No.
Devin White.
What?
Anybody? Devin White.
No.
I'm pretty sure
No,
the Bucs are going to
it's
hold the
no.
door open for that man. They're going to be like, "Come on down, buddy."
They already have this stuff in a box for him. Like,
Hey,
Get the
fuck
fuck
you,
out.
what
313 Kurt.
do you say?
Said Stank looks like they give 3 touchdowns to. You know what, motherfucker?
Jesus. Hey, that's
uncalled
That's
for.
actually
Latte.
good, bro. When they snap the ball, like, run this way, buddy. Come on. Come on.
Latte,
I saw
last
that
pod,
meme
last pod,
I
you
saw-
missed it, but somebody in the chat said Stank looks like he has chemo tomorrow morning.
That was last week.
That was so good, dude.
I don't know
saw
why,
it
bro.
after.
My
Jonas.
light makes me look whiter than normal.
Jonas, but
I'm pretty fucking white though.
Who
Yeah,
is
you're pretty white.
McLaughlin? We don't know who he is the
Yeah, I don't know
point.
why
Who
everyone
is
keeps
that guy?
bringing him up. Yeah. So Devin White's gone.
Never heard of
Levante
him.
David. I think the Bucs get on their knees and beg this man to come back. He played at a high level. I don't care if you think you want to retire. I think he's going to look back and be like, I can still do this. Why not try one more time, see what happens? So I think Levante will be back. They'll make it happen. You know, bags of cash.
Anybody
can
here
change your mind.
volunteer to get on their knees to help get Levante David back in Tampa?
Stank's
I think
first,
I think the entire fan base should get on their knees, line up at one Buck place. You know, we can arrange it, bro. We've got that kind of power.
Oh, Jonas, he's the kicker? You mean McLovin?
What's a place kick?
McLovin?
No. Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
No.
never heard
I
of
don't
him.
think that's the right guy, by the way. I don't know what this Jonas guy is talking about. All right, next guy.
I didn't even know we had a kicker. I know we have a punter. I know that tripod.
I've never seen a kick this entire year. Baker Mayfield is the next one on the list, boys. I think he's back. It's 3 years, probably 90 to 100 million. Some good amount of that guaranteed up
Sounds
front
about
to
right.
keep it pretty low throughout those 3 years.
Let me read this because I sent this to you guys, though, and it's interesting that Dave is interviewing for the second time in Carolina, and we're over here flexing, and as we should, that Baker's going to come back here because of continuity, doesn't want to root his family, just got his beautiful wife pregnant. Congratulations. We got Mike Evans here. He said he wanted to come back only if Mike Evans came back. Love that, Baker. Use your fucking leverage. You got Chris Godwin. You got the same offensive coordinator, which he's had 9 in his career. I already said that, but whatever. But now there's a report coming out that the Minnesota Vikings are going to do whatever it takes to sign Baker Mayfield this offseason. The Vikings GM was the Browns GM when Mayfield was drafted and was a big advocate for drafting Baker. And when I look at it, I'm like, well, we got Mike Evans, we got Chris Godwin, we got fucking Canales with the continuity. If Dime Piece Dave leaves because that stupid fucking Pussies owner or Panthers owner can't get anybody else dumb enough to take that job because nobody wants to work there. If Dime Piece Dave leaves and he looks at both teams and he's like, I love Mike and I love Chris, but goddamn, the GM that drafted me, I can go to Minnesota with Jordan Addison, Hawkinson, and Justin Jefferson.
Bro, I didn't see that report anywhere.
Yeah, it was just in that one place. But let's say that it is true. But think about this: Dave Canales was happy doing absolutely nothing and just kind of like holding clipboards
Seattle.
in Seattle for what's his face?
13 years
for Pete Carroll, right? For like 100 years. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna just be a little patient here and pick and choose where I go, because if you go to that, you know what's gonna happen. You're getting fired. Like that's not a job that people want. I think they should just go hire Byron Leftwich, honestly, and I think they'll be in good hands at that point. I just don't see him making that jump, Stank or Latte. I do know he's doing the second interview. I get it, but I think sometimes the younger guys do that.
I don't think he'll leave. He should get the experience to interview. If Dave is smart, I put that in there. I don't know if you guys caught that or not, but if he takes the job because nobody's dumb enough, like he's gonna have to hire, and it's gonna be somebody with not a lot of experience because nobody wants that fucking job. Nobody wants to work for that guy.
Yeah, but can we talk about
who's he gonna bring? Who's he gonna hire?
Does he fit that? Like, they just drafted a guy, bro. That's not Dave Canales' fuck. He's not an RPO fucking guy, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that he fits Carolina.
Is Bryce
anyway.
guy? He's too tiny to run. He can't run. Talking about.
I don't think he's an NFL quarterback.
The context
I don't
here.
think he's an NFL
The context
quarterback
is that he was able to get the best out of Geno's.
Bro, and did Atlanta just really hire Bill Belichick?
No, Jonas fucking put it out there, and then I went to the chat and made me look
real.
like a fucking idiot. Don't be saying Belichick to Atlanta, Jonas, unless you fucking confirm it.
We're about to mute you, Jonas.
I'm pretty sure Baker will
Calm down
be
with that
back.
shit.
And because of what he said yesterday and what Mike also said, I think he's going to take a little bit less or make it to where his contract does not affect Mike coming back. And then it's like, hey, I'm coming with him. He's coming with me. This is how it's going to work out. We're not doing it unless we're both doing it at the same time. That's how it's happening. So that brings us to the next guy on the list, Mike Evans. I think he retires a Buck. They gave him a 3 or 4 year deal.
Retires a Buck.
He retires a Buck. Baker's there. I think the continuity and just not uprooting the only team, like I said in the BR live stream earlier today, the only team that I think he would ever leave this town for would be Houston, because it's close to home. He has a home in Texas still, and that's not really uprooting the family.
Yeah,
but again,
Sammer, I talked about that with somebody else, and dude, like where Houston's at now, like their trajectory, they have Nico Collins, they have Tank Bixby. Like they don't need to throw a bag at Mike. Could they do it? Yeah, but like, where's Mike gonna play? We talked about it as one football. Like, where's Mike gonna play? Are you gonna bump Nico? Are you gonna put Tank Bisbee in or whatever? Tank Dell in the slot. Like, where does Mike fit in? I know Mike is a number one, but like, where?
I think a guy like Slowick can figure it out. But I get what you're saying. It's like, how many number ones can you have on that team? And Mike's not going to go there and split.
It's going to cost
so you have to make him the start. You have to make him wide receiver one if you're going to pay him, right? But then, how are you going to take those guys who are younger and faster off the field? No offense to Mike.
Nico, you were a number one, and Nico's not a little dude, bro. He's like a 6'3". He's a big boy that can run. Yeah. It's like, I
was saying if there was another team that he would actually consider realistically taking his family and moving everything and setting it would be that, just because it's in his home state. But I still think he's coming back a Buck. Jason Light had some interesting words where he said, me and Mike are on good terms. We have an understanding of when we're going to start talking again. Like, this isn't a closed door thing like everyone tried to make it seem before the season. That was a car salesman being a car salesman as his agent, right? Doing his job. And I said it back then. I said, there's no way this ends. It's just trying to get things done beforehand. And I think the Bucs took the risk knowing that if we're going to either pay him less or we might have to pay him more. And I think they're okay with both.
Yeah, no, Sammer, Mike bet on himself, bro. He could have easily leveraged and held out and tried to force a deal, and ultimately we may have had to bend to him, but he didn't do that because
class.
He's the epitome of class, bro. He really is. Like there's not been a better Buck out there. We've had some great guys, Derek Brooks and fucking, there's a handful of guys out there, just legends off the field. Mike's been that guy, bro. He's constantly done what's right for this team. He's always held himself to a high standard, never acted a fool, punched Saints in the mouth, bro, just smacking bitches like left and right. Bro, like, imagine getting slapped at home on television. That's what he does, bro. He goes there and pimp slaps motherfuckers for us, bro. So the guy is everything we are about, and I ultimately think he's rewarded for that, and he should be.
Yeah.
One of my barbers was in Fresh Kitchen. I don't think I ever you guys told you that's a story. And Mike walked in, and a bunch of people, started, Mike, he's taking a picture with a couple people, no big deal, not being a douche like some people are. And he gets up, orders his food, and then tells the cashier, pay for everyone in line and pay for everyone that's coming in. Like, put it on my tab, everything. Just pays and just quietly walks out. And everybody's like, what the fuck? What do you mean what food's paid for? Who paid for the food? Like, what the fuck's going on? He just quietly just said, everybody's on my tab. Boom, here you go. And
I was right behind him when that happened, and everyone's like, "Who?" I was like, "I took care of it, guys."
It's me. You're welcome. It's the Sam Raleigh.
It was,
but that's the type of shit that Mike's done that dozens.
Actually, Sammer called ahead and paid for everybody. Mike didn't even have a chance.
Ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Mike doesn't know what he's dealing with, right? He had no idea.
But
all right,
that's the type of shit. Like Snake said, he's a tampon, bro. He's a tampon through and through. He's Tampa all the way through. He bleeds Tampa.
Tampanian.
No, Tampa.
Not only that, bro. The first time we met him was awesome. He was cordial, very nice, like you would expect. But the fact that he remembered your son's name and remembered like he just went out of his way to get to know us and remembered who we were. It wasn't just like pretending he gave a shit. He gave a fuck. He gave a shit, bro. That's cool, man. You just don't get guys that don't show that ego off the field. And he has every right to be, that ego guy, but he's not at all.
He's not. No, he's not. And speaking of that dude and the guy with no ego, last one on the list, Antoine Winfield Jr., who is more than exceeded the Bucs' expectations. Bucs drafted him in hopes that they would have to make him or have to pay him and keep him and give him that second contract. And he's more than exceeded that. He's an absolute stud, all-pro, first-team all-pro. Fuck the Pro Bowl snub. He has tons of those coming in the future either way, in my opinion.
Sam, I was talking back before the podcast. Love to hear y'all's opinion. I guarantee you, and run this by Jace. I guarantee you, almost, dude, they probably would have paid him last year if we had the cap space going into it.
Yeah,
they could.
Fuck this, let's not gamble. Because now all pro, bitch, he's gonna get a bag now, bro, and they're gonna happily give him the bag. But they would have paid him. They would have saved themselves probably $20.
I'm telling you on good authority.
Paid him last year, bro.
I'm telling you on good authority. They wanted to pay him last year.
Yeah.
They just could not.
Couldn't. We didn't have the money.
They wanted to avoid this. Now they're going to use the franchise tag like you're talking about, Stank. And I don't think he plays on the tag. I think they use the tag to keep the conversation going and then basically keep him secure, because in order to take him away as another team in the NFL, you got to give us 2 first-rounders. No one's doing that for a safety. No offense.
And consider this, guys. He did this all by himself this year. Like we had one safety the entire season.
Imagine for a second.
One safety. No, I don't want to imagine it. Fuck Brian Branch. He's not ours. But I did imagine it. I've imagined it many times.
Branch. I'm just saying. Like, imagine.
Oh, I thought you were saying, bro.
I wanted to say Brian Branch.
Played by himself back there the whole fucking season.
He did.
And played to that level.
I don't know who put it on Twitter, but somebody brought up that we should figure out a way to bring back.
Yes, Whitehead. He's a free agent. Yeah. Bro, Whitehead is the perfect safety because he can play strong, and then Winfield can do whatever the fuck he wants. He's a thumper. He could tackle. I would love to see Whitehead back here.
This defense misses him. 100%.
Jonas says franchise tag Mike.
No, that's too much. That doesn't make sense. Also,
too much. That's slap in the face. It's another slap.
That's disrespect. You do that, Mike is out. Mike will not play.
Bro. He will not come back.
He will not play. He's like, I'm not playing these games with you. But listen, him and Jason, remember, Jason drafted him. That was his first ever draft pick. They have a really good friendship and a relationship. Like, that's not going to happen. I only say that about Antoine because it buys them time to figure out his deal, and it protects them from having him go anywhere else.
You could say it, Sammer. Listen, the word out, because Sammer's connected, is that they're going to tag him, and he won't play on it most likely. He'll be signed before training camp. But the idea is to place it as a placeholder so nobody could take him. But they have time to let Greenberg cook up his numbers. Because we're going to have to fucking pay him. So we got to get creative with this contract so it doesn't affect the cap, because we have the best front office in the whole goddamn league. So that's what's
speaking of.
Think about this, Latte. Mike Greenberg is like a man making a chili. Every contract is a big old pot of chili. And you making chili, you gotta put in the right ingredients. You gotta layer that contract right. You gotta get the tomatoes right. You gotta get that meat, whatever protein you're going with, right. You gotta spice it right. You gotta add that
at every level, bro.
I think you're slightly off, though. I think you're slightly off. Mike Greenberg is the one who's paying for the chili. He's like, listen, I have $14 allotted for celery.
Chili.
Oh,
yeah, like he's the one who's he's got to control it.
Like that cooking show, what the fuck's it called? Where you get box ingredients, you got to make something. So I got $14 and I got to make a badass chili.
You got to make a badass chili with it. That's Greenberg's role here, bro.
$14? You give me $14, I can make a chili, dude.
I can make a fucking chili with
$14. Yeah, you could do it. You could definitely do it. Listen, we had a
Steak could probably do it with $2.
I'm kind of skeptical.
Tomatoes in my backyard that I picked with my feet.
Listen to this. This guy named The Pigskin Perspective says, I think we reworked Tristan's contract, signed Bake and Mike for 3 years, pushing the majority of the to the signing bonus to give him the Brinks truck for a franchise tag, and then bring him back Whitehead and then draft at the end. I think I know whose burner that is.
They don't need to rework Tristan's contract.
They don't need to rework. He's on a rookie deal. They have to sign him, number one. Number two,
they need to give him an extension.
They're not going to push years into the future. That's not what the Bucs do. They did that because we were in a window with Brady. But they're very responsible, and they.
I like it though. I like the thought process.
We can get out of like Dean's contract next year. We can get out of Carlton's this offseason. They don't fucking do those games. They don't do that. We're not the Saints if Jono's still here. We're not just going to push it into the future and fuck up our entire future. It's not going to happen. They'll get the deal.
I was gonna say with Baker, they can front load that signing bonus and give him a lot of guaranteed money up front and make him almost pennies on the actual salary cap for this year. Listen, Greenberg is literally the best. Okay, he's the best. Like I said, he's gonna cook up multiple pots of chili that are all gonna be amazing. They're gonna be delicious, and everyone's gonna stay at the table and continue to eat from those chili.
Are you hungry, Sammer?
I'm starving right now. I want to get the hell out of this.
Bro. I am ready. Every analogy, like you just roll back to fucking chili and ingredients, bro. Yeah. You are starving. Son.
I ain't eat today. I'm hungry.
I gotta tell you, bro. I gotta tell you, because listen, I did a little different this time, Sammer. I took the sausage, right? The Italian sausage steak. and I laid it out, and I kind of flattened it out.
How'd you hold that sausage?
On a cookie sheet. No, it's
like this.
Sausage. It's ground sausage.
How'd you hold
it? Like this.
Nice. Okay, both of you shut up. I flattened it out on a cookie sheet, right? Then I turned on the broiler on high, and I cooked that sausage on top, and it got this nice crust and this texture. And I took that out, crumpled it up, put it in the fucking pot. And I took beef.
I love a crusty sausage, bro.
And then I did beef. Did the same thing. Broiled it. Different, right? I want to get that nice sear. I don't want mushy meat. Who wants mushy meat? Who wants flat mushy meat? Right?
Tender. I like tender.
Then wait. Listen.
Not too flaccid, not too firm, you know? Right in the middle.
Listen to me, because then I took ribeye steaks and I seared them off in the cast iron. Got a nice crust on those steaks, and then I cubed all that up into little pieces. And that's how the chili was started, Sammer. That's what you missed.
I'm already hungry, motherfucker. What are you doing right now?
It was
Listen, bro. I like how you get like fucking 1980s,
so good.
Like you know the
what
the
is
porn,
that hotline?
The porn hotline. Yeah, bro. You get very sexual.
What are those like the fake stories? The fake stories they would always read. It was me and my sisters.
Yeah.
And we were just in the bedroom.
And then I said,
Tamara, I don't ever want you to do that again.
not good at all. But you said it's super sus there, bro. Super sus.
Yeah.
But then I took that meat, I put it aside.
I'm good.
Sure you are, Edwin.
Sauteed some onions.
He said he's starving.
Sauteed some bell peppers. Then I added some crushed tomatoes. Then I added fire roasted tomatoes.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite.
Oh my God. Seasoned it all up. Just oh my God damn it. I can't wait to have one.
You grill any peppers before you throw them in there?
Bro, you take the peppers and you put them on the stove. You get that nice
on the stove,
bro. And then you take that with some chipotle peppers, a little bit of liquid, you liquefy it, and that's what you add. Oh, bro, fucking try me with my
Why didn't you bring that chili when we did our chili off, bro? That would have been solid.
Because you can't eat sausage, man. I wanted to make something you can eat.
Listen, I'll try your sausage any day, bro.
Hey, speaking of sausages, B-Shark putting his beautiful Jewish sausage on the table.
B-Shark wants
Thank you guys for so much fun content this season. You guys truly rule. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, B-Shark. Thank you, bro.
We know. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you UPS that chili up to me, says Jonas. No, Jonas, because you've been fucking acting a fool in the chat tonight.
Yeah, bro. You've been acting up tonight, bro, with fake news,
if I remember
falsities.
correctly, a couple shows ago, you were also acting a fool.
Hey,
so I think I need you to take a lap.
We lost, bro. He's acting out.
When you know it's the offseason, we started talking food. Fuck yeah, we're back to food.
Hell yeah, back to food, baby.
Those
of you who are new or are Lions fans, make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. Saints fans, hit that subscribe button as well. Jonas, I'm so glad that you are a member of a Buccaneers podcast. It is unbelievable. I will never, ever forget it, and I will make sure that you never forget it as well. And those of you who have always been fucking with us and have enjoyed the ride so far this season, don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Leave us a comment about anything, really, or if you just want to talk shit to Lions fans just because, or you want to tell them how great the San Francisco 49ers really are. Whatever it is. And before we end
this show, fuck with them in the Woodward comment section when they lose to the 49ers.
And I appreciate all the new Lions subscribers, by the way. And it's good stuff. But anyway, we have a lot of cool stuff coming in during the offseason, a lot of draft stuff. A lot of fun, though. There's going to be a lot of fun because we're not watching any actual football, and it's going to be a long offseason. So, with that, guys, I don't know, Stank, you have any closing remarks? Latte, anything else you want to tell me about your fucking chili?
Think about the level of commitment you have to have. Like, right? Like, you just said that, and you said fuck with them in the Woodward chat, and I'm like, I'm not watching that.
No, yeah,
I have no desire to go talk shit to Lion fans of the youth. I could care less. That's the level of stupidity. Thank you for being in our chat room, giving us views. Saints fans have been waiting 3 weeks to do this. Almost a month. You're so stupid.
Yeah.
And Lions fans, you won and you're here talking to us.
Jono's still hanging around. I thought you'd be on the couch sewing your Mardi Gras costume right now. You know, putting your bedazzles and all your little shiny little accoutrements on your outfit. Can't wait to see how you dress up for the parade.
Jono, I'd like to go to a game in New Orleans, by the way, man. I'd like to go to the Dome. Can you, be our chaperone, man? Make sure we don't get stabbed or something.
Security?
It's a weird fucking place, bro.
Can you ensure our safety?
Yeah, can you give us a rite of passage? We're going to get,
we don't need his security, dude. I got you guys. I got
Listen, I'm telling you right now, we are going to hire
this shit more than the gaming suits.
Fucking absolute Hollywood makeup team, bro. Like I'm going to look like Mrs. Doubtfire. Wheelchair, everything. Y'all will have no idea.
I'm going like Joanna.
Bro, y'all ain't gonna have any idea it's me, but I'm gonna be in there.
So you know what, Latte, you could pull off the Shaquille O'Neal from Family Matters when he plays in that basketball tournament against Urkel and them.
Bad, bro.
You could do that with the dress and all. Yeah, that'd be solid, dude.
What if we just shaved our beards? You don't have a beard. You look like a cancer patient, Stank. But Sam and I could shave our beards. Nobody would know who we are. We'd look.
Here's the thing, though.
We'd
if
look
I
like
shaved
rats, bro.
Yeah, but if I shaved my beard, 12 hours later, my beard would be back. So
it rejuvenates.
It's like whatever that is. That what's
the hell's going on here? Jesus saves. Only believe.
Jesus saves.
What's going on?
Only believe.
Hey, I don't know, bro. With all that, we're out. Go Bucs.